Casino workers, how to handle card counters. As we saw in part 1, how to identify card counters, they make a few unusual plays. For example, they stand on 16 versus dealer 10 when they have a large bet out and hit the same hand when they have a small bet out. They take insurance on a lousy hand when they have a large bet out and seldom take insurance otherwise. Anyone who makes these plays is probably a card counter. How harmful are card counters? A skilled card counter has an advantage of about 0.5% of the total amount bet. An excellent basic strategy player, non-counter, has an advantage of negative 0.5%, and a typical decent player has an advantage of negative 1%. So if you have a table with one skilled card counter and one excellent basic strategy player, both betting similar amounts of money, it's a break-even table for the casino. If you have one skilled card counter and one average player at a table betting similar amounts of money, that's a profitable table for the casino. So you can see that the harm done by a card counter is easily canceled by other players. Also, it's important to understand many card counters are losing customers. Why? Not enough practice or skill to count well, too timid to vary bet sizes enough to gain an advantage, and most importantly, bankroll too small to handle losing streaks. Beginning card counters fail to realize how tiny their advantage is and how bad the losing streaks are. Someone trying to earn $10 an hour in the long run will need to bet hundreds per hand, and sooner or later will have a losing streak in the thousands. They quit playing due to fear, disgust, or running out of money. These are the card counters you want to keep. Also, you should allow small bettors to play. They cost you little or nothing, but provide great publicity for your property. For example, a card counter spreading from $5 to $50 per hand can only win about $2 an hour in the long run, but will have winning and losing streaks that run in the hundreds. When he has a winning trip, he'll brag to his friends, "I won $400 at the XYZ casino card counting." But on his next trip, when he loses $400, he'll keep quiet about it. Fewer than 1 in 500 players are skilled card counters that can win in the long run. So what action should you take when you identify a card counter? The player is definitely card counting and playing a long time in your casino and betting large amounts, at least in the hundreds, and unfazed by losing streaks. When you do take action, remember to treat the card counter with respect. They are gambling customers, they are playing according to the rules, and they're not cheaters, thieves, or criminals. As an agent of the property owner, you have the right to turn them away. Your goal is to get them to stop playing, not to challenge or berate them. When should you do nothing? Inexperienced card counter, small bettor, because these players cost you little or nothing but provide great publicity, as mentioned earlier. The first step is to engage in small talk to interfere with card counting. Welcome to our property. Where are you from? How long are you in town? Would you like to join our players club? And so on. Most card counters can't count while having a conversation. Just interacting with the casino staff might be enough to spook or annoy the card counter enough to make him go elsewhere. If that doesn't work, you might have to flat bet the player. It's a low-key way of stopping the card counter. If you do this, the card counter will definitely leave. They have no reason to play anymore if they can't vary their bets. Other customers will see flat betting as fair and reasonable. Start with a compliment and be polite but firm. For example, "Sir, I've been watching you play for the past couple of days, and I must say you are an excellent player. In fact, you play so well that I need to have you choose a fixed bet size. Your next bet will be the same bet you make on every hand from now on. Nothing more and nothing less." Don't accuse the player of wrongdoing, who in fact has followed the rules and broken no law. The card counter may protest. Once flat betted, the card counter will leave the casino. If not immediately, then soon after. Card counting does not work with flat bets. When to back off a player. If the card counter becomes confrontational or will not cooperate with flat betting, you may need to turn away or back him off. Tell him that he may not play blackjack, but is welcome everywhere else in the casino. Note that other players may be put off or angered as they feel that the casino management is greedy for taking all the other customers' money while kicking out the one skilled player who might win. Finally, if the player comes back repeatedly after being backed off or is engaging in criminal behavior, it's time to trespass him, that is, have him escorted out of the casino by security and threatened with arrest if he returns. In summary, skilled, well-financed card counters who pose a financial threat are extremely rare. Allow inexperienced card counters to play, and the small bettors. And if you do encounter card counters, start with the mildest action first and work your way up. Small talk, flat bet, back off, and trespass.